Anybody? Hmm. That's interesting. Okay, there we go. Yes, see in here. Thank you. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to make sure I'm not just talking to myself. Okay, so we're calling this testing 1, 2, 3. Try again. Okay, so lucky for me, I have a fabulous friend, the Duchess of Narcissus. She calls herself Darth Narcissus online, and of course, she explained how to sign this all up and set it all up. And she is here now. I get to practice adding somebody. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna add her. Add to stream.
Hi, everybody. This is going to be so much. Hi, Sue. This is going to be so much fun. I was telling Sue backstage how much fun it is to interact with our viewers and finally get a chance to talk to everybody. So you'll enjoy it.
We're with our curly. We're letting our hair be curly.
Sue has the most beautiful curly hair, and it's so like curly in the back. My hair's curly, but it's not cute curly. It's like I never wear it.
Mine is out. Mine is out of my hair is out of control, but that's because it's raining here. It's terrible weather.
We're supposed to get it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the path of the hurricane. It's coming down. Okay, so somebody said there's a delay. Okay, so everybody can see us?
Yeah, everybody can see us. There's a delay. StreamYard runs a little slower than on YouTube, so that's why you weren't seeing the comments right away. It's frustrating. You'll get used to it. You'll get used to it.
Oh, this is funny. My hair is lousy curly.
What did you say? Your hair is lousy curly?
Patty Riley. My hair is lousy curly.
Yeah, so then she knows. It's like I have curly hair, but it does not look cute, and I'm so angry about it because curly hair is so pretty. It's so pretty.
Cute. Okay, so wait, if I take this out. It's insane. Look.
Do you ever straighten it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the time.
I guess it is straight. I've seen it straight, but I don't know what I'm thinking. But I just love it curly. I love the different like highlight, like different colors of your hair.
There's no highlights. That's all gray hair. That's all gray.
It looks like you spent a lot of money on it.
No. COVID hit and I got sick and tired of spending a ton of money to dye my hair. So I just decided to just let it go. And this is what it came out to be. Because in the back, it's still completely black. Curly. And my friend who's a hairdresser said, yeah, it always goes gray around your face first.
Is it really? I haven't got it. I haven't had any gray hair yet. It's coming.
You're much younger than I am.
I'm not that young.
You're much younger than me.
I'm 43. I'm actually a natural blonde and I dye my hair dark. It's so not me.
I could have babysat you.
No.
Dude, my next birthday coming up. Guess you guys all know how old I am. You know how old I am?
I think you told me, but I can't remember. You're young.
I'm going to be 58.
58?
I will be 58 on my birthday.
Most 58-year-olds' hair is going to be all gray usually, wouldn't it be?
I don't know. I think it's a genetic thing. I think it's genetic. But I did get after I had COVID, I lost a lot of hair. So believe it or not, my hair used to be way thicker than this. But you didn't know I was 57?
No, I don't think you. No.
Yeah. No. And 57. Well, 57 and a half.
Well, you gotta.
We'll do an online thing for my birthday.
Yeah. A birthday party.
Well, okay.
Let's see who we have here. We have Sandy South, Tudor Rosies. These are some of all these people watch you, so we all share the same viewers. We have the best, most funniest viewers, literally on the entire planet, because they're from all over the place, and they are so funny and they are so great. I get such I actually make the videos to hear what they have to say. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to hear what they're have to say.
And for those of you who are not subscribed to the Duchess of Narcissistic, you should be, because her stuff is hilarious and well researched.
We have a.
Well, you guys know I don't just give shout outs. If I mean, I have plenty of people that write me stuff and say, look at this and look at that, and I'll look, and then I won't say another word about it because, it
just doesn't do anything for you.
It doesn't do anything for me. But your stuff is good.
We have a lot of material to work with. These two boneheads. I mean, it's every day. It's every day. And they're so ridiculous. They're so easy to make fun of.
My husband.
Hi, everybody.
My husband said something about that. He was like, every day. I'm like, every day there's something else. I am bracing for what is going to happen because, and this will be in my video tomorrow, but I am bracing about what is going to happen because Neil Sean reported that Harry called up and said, oh, and then, well, now that the Queen is gone and Daddy-O is in charge, maybe Daddy-O will let me come over for Remembrance Day and lay a poppy wreath. And Daddy-O spoke to William, who said he's not a working royal. Negative.
Oh, you go, William.
So the question is, are they going to go trample on some more American warrior graves?
Oh, no. That was so bad. And then, her acting it was so bad.
And they did it days earlier because on Remembrance Day in California, it was raining and the pictures were taken in the sunlight. So they took them days earlier and then released them on the day to try to take the attention.
They do stuff like this and they wonder why they get criticized. I mean, they just do the stupidest things.
You know what? I think Harry wanted the private life and I think Meghan didn't. And
no, she sold him a bill of goods. They both sold each other a bill of goods. I don't think it's totally her fault. Not totally. I think he promised her a lot more than he could give and made it seem like it was going to be a lot more, that they were going to be more important than they were and they were going to get more than they were. I mean, he sold her a bill of goods too. They deserve each other.
I think, listen, she's obviously a raging narcissist and he allegedly, and he obviously has some deep-seated psychological problems, but any way you look at it, since they've left the royal family, they whined to Oprah, they whined in the Cut magazine, he whined in the Me You Can't See, he's going to be whining in this new book. Whine. I mean, that's all they have to sell is their victimhood. Even on her podcast, and you guys will have to watch my podcast tomorrow because Mariah Carey threw some shade back at Meghan. Did you see that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think people have had enough.
Her podcast is the most terrible thing that I've ever heard. I mean, it's so even the guests, the two ladies that she had on the other day were pretty much quality guests or whatever, but they can't even do anything for it. I hate it. It was still torture for me to listen to people with decent stories, which the one was telling us.
Nobody gets to talk. She talks over every guest. And in case you haven't noticed, every single guest that she has is a multimillionaire.
Right.
How am I supposed to, do I care what if a multimillionaire considers the word bitch as bad or pushy as bad? Do I care?
No. Now, I wonder if she's going to cover things like Yacht Girl or,
oh my God,
the W word. Because she's going down the list, but I bet you she's not going to cover anything like that.
She is trying to justify the bullying and the fact, listen, just the fact that she and Harry have sued every magazine and sent threats to every person under the sun who dared, say anything that's untrue, and they have not sued Valentine Lowe or Tom Bauer. What does that tell you?
It's all true.
It's true. That's why they're not suing, because it's absolutely true. These two people who are so litigious haven't sued them, tells you everything you need to know.
They don't ever sue any news publications. Not that there's, I'm like convinced that every story out, whether it's good or bad about them, is pushed out by them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be reported on.
Exactly.
Like, and they can't have like 100% positive stories because that would be obvious. So they'll push out like these negative stories about themselves too. They don't care. They don't care.
Maybe she doesn't like the B word, because in that one video of them, they were at a United States medal thing. They were on, where were they? They were on a ship in New York. She wasn't supposed to be there. It's the one where she wore that horrible red dress with the honey bun breast things.
Oh, that was.
And she tried to say, shall we? And she tried to drag him away. And there is a video of them being introduced. I did it. It's in my 600 videos. There's a video of them being introduced into the room, and you hear a woman go in the background. And I was like, oh my God. They were at on an American ship doing an American awards ceremony, and he had them play God Save the Queen. And I just went,
but isn't what? God Save the Queen the same as My Country 'Tis of Thee?
Yes, with different words.
But did he have them play, like, was it just the instrumental, or did they have?
No, there was a woman singing.
Oh my, because I remember, like, I'm like, well, people are getting mixed up because, it sounds the same. But so she actually sang God Save the Queen.
She sang God Save the Queen. I did a video about it, and so many people went on the woman's website and complained that she had to cut comments off.
Which is so also disrespectful to his country by doing that. Like, he's so respectful. Like, it's like, he uses the country. Like, he's acting like he's loyal to his country, like, oh, play God Save the Queen for me. But at the same time, look at what he does to his own country and teach it and treats the Queen. But yet then he'll go to do things and ask that.
He has essentially got the world thinking that the entire UK is racist. Even though I, again, showed in the Oprah interview where he said they're not. At the same time he was insinuating they are, he's saying they're not. He's got the whole world thinking that the UK is a horrible racist place. I don't believe that.
He didn't do that alone.
Anybody that's in the UK, Frank, husband and I are planning, I think everybody knows his name by now. Husband and I are planning a trip to the UK.
That's exciting.
And Rome next year. Well, we were supposed to do it 3 years ago, and then COVID hit. And then the next year, and then and then I caught COVID and couldn't travel anywhere. And then this year it was Hawaii. So next year.
Tell us about how beautiful was Hawaii? Like, was it like, I mean, everything that we would think that it would be?
Oh my God, it was. Let me see if I can just find okay, so we were walking. I have some friends that I sent some pictures to. We were walking to dinner. And I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but this is us just walking to dinner. As we're headed to dinner.
You froze up a little bit.
Isn't that just the most beautiful?
That water's beautiful.
The water was crystal clear. The everything was just amazing. I sent one video to one for, here, this is a better picture. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. This is not color enhanced. I took that with my iPhone.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see it. It's absolutely beautiful.
Just walk into dinner.
Absolutely. Did it rain at all, or was it just beautiful?
If it did rain, it would rain for 5 minutes and then it would stop. And then, okay, I'm going to show you guys one more thing. It's like an 8-second clip. Ready? Okay. Just to show you. Look at the background.
Are those the belly dancers?
Did
Are
you
those the
notice
belly
Rocket?
dancers?
No,
Yeah.
no belly dancers. They were what do you say? The hula dancers and there was a luau and yeah, there was a dances.
Oh my gosh,
Okay, so
I've been I've been everywhere, but I've never been to Hawaii. I've actually never been to Miami either. But I've been
you
like
have to go.
everywhere else.
I'm just saying that a lot of people are writing right now. The UK is the most inclusive country in the world. We have a small selection of people with problems, but they're few and far but between. Here's another one. That idiot knows full well in the UK we're not racist.
Well, and it's like I did a video. The UK was the one to first start getting rid of slavery.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the
And
guy that threw the eggs was
right.
screaming about
It's
slavery.
probably thanks to Pricky. That kid's probably a sugar or his girlfriend's a sugar. But the British people are also the first people that started treating people with mental illness or that were mentally ill like people. The British people were. They've been
Yes,
at the forefront of treating everybody nice, and they're catching all of this shit because of those two. Making
that's
them
true.
say, "Oh, they didn't care about my mental health, and they're racist." I mean, those two have done immeasurable. Now, they've done immeasurable damage to, like, because there are some people just that don't know that Harry and Meghan are compulsive liars, shitbags. But sorry, it just flew out.
Okay, you know how I feel about bad language. No
No
bad language.
swearing.
No swearing.
Um,
Now I
um,
could say the bitch word, but
is that even a swear word? I don't even know.
I
Um,
don't know.
but they just take these two at their word. But like, rational, reasonable people have to know that you can't just they're painting it with such a wide brush. And what Prick Harry's trying to do is they're going after the monarchy, but at the same time it's funneling down to an entire kingdom of people, and it's
I
wrong.
never understood why they are attacking the very institution that they want titles from for their kids. If the monarchy was so soul crushing and terrible to
No,
you,
it's not their monarchy. Now, if they were in charge, it would be the greatest monarchy, and that's what it is. It's not theirs,
here's
and that's why
well,
they have a problem with it.
here's my honest opinion. This is my honest opinion. I think Megan thought she was going to marry in. I think she thought she was going to sit there and have people serve her breakfast, serve her lunch, serve her dinner. I heard that one of her complaints was that she actually had to cook for herself at Frogmore Cottage. Um,
Oh,
I
I want to say, go ahead.
No, go ahead, say it.
So I'm sure you've read it, and I did a video on it, and about Megan praising Prick Harry, getting him down the steps, or getting Archie down the steps, and Megan bringing Lilibet down the steps, and I just thought that was so bizarre. But then it made me think about something, because Prince Harry thinks that he's so royal, and they're royal, and they're special, and they're above everybody else. Like back in the day, like royalty never used to pick up their own children. So I bet you that's the only thing they do with these kids, and they're like they won't feed their own kids. They won't spend much time with their own kids. They don't ever let the kids out of the house. Like I could be wrong on that. And if people could like Queen Victoria was, stayed in her house when she was little. She never went anywhere. She never went to school. She was schooled by people. I think that's what they're doing with Archie. I think they're trying to be old school on that because they think that, they're better than everybody else. And that's the thing they're following. Because I, for the life of me, cannot understand why Prince Harry and Meghan should be lauded for bringing their kids downstairs.
Well,
And that's it.
here's my honest thought. I don't think they have the monitors and wake up the children. What's the point of having nannies if you're going to do that? What's the point? You just need a nanny there when you're leaving the house to go do something. They never leave the house, or when you're on a Zoom call. So honestly, I think and I might add, it was before it was being reported that it was Harry who was getting up, getting the kids dressed, taking them downstairs, feeding them, driving Megan someplace, and then running back because he didn't want to leave the kids with the nanny. I don't
But
think
She
She's that
didn't say
maternal
anything about getting him dressed, it's just getting him
on the
downstairs.
stairs.
Unless that's what it means, like, unless she just misspoke or something, but she was making such a big deal of that, and then I'm like, "Is that the only thing they do for their kids?" Because I could see them wanting to raise them like old school royalty because
Right.
that's what they think that they are.
Here's my thing. I'm not even, I'm not
Like,
even excited.
they're not hands-on parents
Right. But
because
the fact
but
that
they didn't always used to be.
I think that I think that they thought if we withhold the kids, they're going to be dying for pictures of the kids. No, I'm not the least bit interested because when they do put
Yeah, I
up
don't care.
pictures of the kids, they're so photoshopped at this point, they're
Well,
not even real. So
right, they're so photoshopped.
they're so photoshopped. Okay, really quick. Real Vampirist said, "What is the name of your guest so I can follow the channel?" That is the Duchess of Narcissix.
Hello, hello. And not that everybody's not smart, but narcissist is supposed to sound like narcissist, narcissist, because
Narcissistic. Did I say that
that's
wrong?
what our Megsy is. She's a narcissist.
Now, okay, I'm gonna put this up.
Thank you, Real Vampire 78.
I'm gonna put this up because I've seen. Now, I asked somebody what this was before. Is is that what they call a super sticker?
Yeah,
Is that what that is?
that's a
Well,
super
that's nice. Thank you,
sticker.
guys. That's very nice.
Our folks are the best, like most generous people.
Let me tell you something. When Finn, okay, for those of you who aren't aware, I'm sure most of you follow me, so you must know about Finn. Finn ripped open one of his toys, ate it, became deathly ill. I did not realize this just
Oh
shows you how
no.
well this was like a year ago when we first got him.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the stuff in the dog toys could kill the dog.
Well, why did they put it in there then?
I don't know. But we saw it, we picked it up, but apparently he ate some of it as a little puppy. He was very sick. The vet bills were ridiculous. And I did not ask for donations, but I've always been very, what's the word, transparent about if you guys give me coffee fund money where I'm using it. I was buying coffee for the people in the ER I was working for, at the police, the fire department. I always showed receipts. And I told everybody, any money that comes in, it's going to pay that medical bill. And in 3 days, enough money was donated to cover the entire medical bill.
Our peeps are the greatest.
So this time, the bill was manageable. Well, last time the bill was like $2,400. I mean, it was like a lot in 2 days. He was so sick.
Oh, I bet. Poor little thing. He's adorable.
He was again, but this time the bill, it wasn't even close to what it was last time. It was only like $500. Very manageable.
Yeah.
With this last little bout.
The Royal Griff's little dog just died, and she paid $10,000 to
The dog had, from what I understand, her dog had the same thing that Finn had.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was told. The acute hemorrhagic diarrhea syndrome, or whatever that is. Finn got over it.
It's when your dog's sick and deathly ill and dies, it's the absolute
terrible.
Most gut-wrenching, worst, because at least with people you can explain to them. They understand. Like, the dogs look at you like, isn't there something you can do?
Yeah.
And you're trying, and they're so little and they're so sweet.
Well, Finn was, you must not know this, that Finn was an abuse case. And he was like this big, a little tiny little thing. And we went into the shelter. Our other dog had died. I did a video on that like 2 years ago. He suddenly died.
I wasn't in the scene. I wasn't in the scene too.
Oh, it was horrible. He was very old, but he was breathing funny. I took him in and they found cancer. And I was like, he was still sedated for the x-rays. Okay. I'm like, okay, it's time to let him go while he's still sedated. But it was heartbreaking. So we let him go. And I said, no more dogs for a while. I can't do this again. Eddie was a once in a lifetime dog. So we go there to deliver blankets and such to the shelter. And of course, my husband starts seeing of puppies were playing. And there's a puppy named CJ. It was named after a Jeep. Looked just like Eddie. It was black with the white on the chest. I mean, identical. Playful, socialized, fabulous, black lab. And my husband goes, no.
He already knew. He saw the look on your face, probably.
He was like, can't do it because he looks too much like Eddie. And the expectation, he'll never be as good as Eddie. So we said no. And then we were looking at the puppies, and then he goes, well, what's in that cage? There was a cage that nobody was paying any attention to. And there was a sign on the cage that said, go slow with me. And we go, what's that? And she goes, it's an abuse case, and he's completely unsocialized. Nobody's interested. So my husband goes, pull him out. So they put us in the room, and Finn backs up into the corner. We're over here, and he's over here, and he's like this. Like, he won't even make eye contact with us.
That's so sad.
And after like 5 minutes, the woman comes in, picks him up, puts him in my arms, and he's just there. And I just looked at my husband. I said, honey, this is a project. And my husband looks at me and goes, I don't care. I want him. So we bought Finn home. He's the first puppy I've ever had that sat in his crate all night back in the corner and didn't cry. He just
oh my gosh. Heartbreaking. I hate people so bad. I mean, how can they, like, I just don't understand it.
I hate people, but I love animals. So anyway, Finn came to live with us, and he slowly came out of his shell. He's great with us. He's still not so great with strangers, and he hates
neither am I.
Hates children. So I have to assume it was a child that injured him or that tortured him, because he hates children. So
yeah. He's adorable. He's absolutely adorable.
He's my little bubby. Go, KK. She just adopted a dog. Yeah, they're projects for sure.
I adopted a beagle. She passed away, but I adopted a beagle, and she had been abused. I mean, they were like if I would open like a Coke can, like, like a can of Coke, how that noise when you open a can. She would go like running in the other room. It was almost like there was an alcoholic that opened that beer can, and she was real sensitive to that, and that would just spin. But I mean, it took a really long time for her to realize like nothing bad's going to happen to you just because you hear that noise.
Oh, look, I get another super sticker. I didn't even know what the hell those things were.
Yeah, there's super stickers, and super stickers are just somebody gives you. Super chats or when they like put money to like, and that's a lot of the times like on the channels that like have Popcorn Planet or something, when they're flying by and they're trying to like get noticed or whatever.
Oh my God, Popcorn the difference Planet between with their 669,000 subscribers. I'm not even at 50. Let me just say to everybody watching, I had a whole discussion today with El Ducho here about the fact that I told her I don't begrudge anybody doing well. I've never done anything but give a shout out to everybody. I've never slammed anybody's channel. I've always just given a leg up. There's room for everybody, more the merrier. But I haven't been able to understand how some channels started 7 months ago and they're at 80, 90,000. And I've been doing this for 2 years and I'm not yet at 50. Like, I haven't been able to figure that out.
I don't know either.
But I also don't report things that are like, okay, like people got upset with me and said I was slagging off on Lady C. I was not slagging off on Lady C. But what she did was she reported that she had heard a rumor that Harry and Meghan were like divorcing, or I don't even remember what it was. And then in the next breath, she said it may not be true. And I went, yeah, I'm not going to report that because that's not out in the mainstream. So Patricia, love animals. I have 2 adopted dogs. Aren't adopted dogs just the best? It's like they know that they've been rescued.
I know, they're so great. I mean, like I had a dog, and we got her, and she was the greatest dog. But I had a special place in my heart for the one that was adopted, because I didn't love either one of them more. It's just the one I had a special. She was more precious in a way, and more. I just had a different extra kind of not that I loved one or the other more. Do you understand what I'm saying? Not
Yeah,
that
but
I loved.
don't you agree that rescue animals seem to realize somehow, some way that they've been
They
rescued?
appreciate everything
Appreciate,
more, and
yes.
they're so grateful, and they're aware of like, man, I had it bad, and I'm so glad to be here.
You
And they're
know,
such sweethearts. They know like how good they have it, and they're
we
so
have the
loving.
two rescue cats as well. Now, one of the cats, Tigger, the 15-year-old one that we've had, we adopted from the rescue. The story we got was that Tigger was found um, in a huge industrial trash bin in the middle of winter with a bunch of other kittens. Now, by the time we got Tigger, um, but by the time we got Tigger, Tigger had already been fixed, declawed, like whatever it is that they did to cats. And my son saw him, my son with autism. He's like the animal whisperer. He was like, I want that cat. So we adopted the cat. He can pick that cat up and throw it over his shoulder and walk around the house. And the cat loves him. That's his cat.
Yeah,
Loves him. And the same thing with the other cat, Toodles. Toodles came to us already fixed, already declawed. Another rescue cat that was like one day away from being euthanized. And I was like, yeah, no, we'll take her.
they're just aware of how good they have it. The other ones, like, I raised the other dog that I got from a breeder, and that was the last dog I ever got from, like, I'll ever get from a breeder. Not that they're not great dogs too. Somebody needs, you know what I mean? Like, there's an animal, but they're aware of how great they have it. My other dog that I got from a breeder had a sense of entitlement. She was spoiled, and I made her that way, but she wasn't as grateful as the other dog. It just that's the difference. They have more of a, like, a deeper old soul to them
Yes,
than
that's it. Rescue animals are just the best, in my opinion. I love this one from outhouse to the penthouse. Exactly.
Oh, although I need to get one. I'm like, I want one, so I haven't had one. It's so hard, and it's like you like, it's so hard because you don't want to go through it again. But that's almost like selfish. Like, somebody needs you. Somebody needs me.
Well, Finn's gonna love it out at the new house if we ever freaking get there because there's like acreage and it's all fenced in, so he can just run. He can
Yeah.
just do his thing. Okay, so I just want to point this out. The Duchess of Dub said that she's been following me since my very first week, and here we are now.
Oh,
Yep,
wow.
2 weeks later, or 2 years, not 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later. And now we were talking about our numbers. I just want to point this out because Kelly said that she doesn't think our numbers are correct. Something is up with YouTube, with you and me, or we should have higher subscriber numbers. You know what? I don't, it's almost like shadow banning.
Shadow banning, and I even talked to YouTube about it. They're like, we'll check your account. Nothing's wrong with it. Like, I literally stayed at the same number of subscribers for 3 months, 3 months, and then I got it jumped when the Queen passed because there was a lot of extra interest, and I guess like people from my channels. But now might get like 5 new subscribers a day, maybe. Um, you know, everybody that's been on, like a couple of the other channels, like Queen Gertrude and Duchess of Monty Shite Show, they all have, and Megan's Mole, they all have higher subscribers than I do.
And can I just
I don't know.
say,
I mean, I don't care. I'm happy for them. It's just
I'm happy for them,
it's,
but Queen Gertrude and Megan's Mole both contacted me and said, I'd like to start a channel. How do we do that? And who do you think helped them and showed them how to make the videos and edit them? That would be moi.
yeah.
I've never slagged off another channel. I will just say the only channel that I'm not happy with is, and please do not go sign up. It's the only one I'm going to tell you to. Don't go sign up. It's called The Murky Side of Megxit, and it's a terrible channel that that says horrible things about Taz and Trevor and me.
And me,
and
the
you
Blair,
and
yeah, that I'm the community snitch on everybody.
right, and
Snitch about, I mean,
Abby,
they're so stupid.
I said, you know what? They put up my pictures. For those of you who haven't seen it, they put up my pictures from before I lost all my weight, and I think that was supposed to be like shaming me in some fashion. But I'm like, I thought I looked pretty good. I mean, it
Yeah.
showed my before and after.
You know,
So
you can tell about the murky side of Mix. They have the comments turned off, which right
yes,
there just goes to show that
goes to
they're
show
full of
you.
garbage.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, because people have said something about it, I will not remove your comments. And I don't, I'm all for free speech, and I don't remove comments, and I don't do any of that unless you're using foul language or you're being really abusive. Because I don't just, to me, that's just not necessary.
I don't I don't either, because I don't even think like, oh, I'm removing their like, I'm not a censor type person. I'll take them off if I feel like they're going to offend other people. Like the stuff that these people say to, like, if they make the worst attempt, I'm like, is this supposed to hurt my feelings? Because like, you're probably like, I don't care what you say to me. But if they, if somebody makes fun of like mental health conditions and things like that, people don't need to see that, and I take that off.
Yeah, that's not cool. Okay, Jody, I hope I'm unfrozen. Okay, so really quickly, does anybody, I'm gonna have to put my glasses on, old eyes. Oh, wait, I got another one of these pretty things. Thank you, Maria.
I like it how it shows pounds and dollars, so you know where
I didn't
people
even
are.
know. The funny thing is, I'm not even no clue what that is or how it works, but okay. If anybody has a question, and Judy, please take care, because she said they're under a tornado warning right now, so I need something to keep my mind. I hope you're in a safe spot. And not like, if you're in Charleston, you're right in line of the storm, aren't you? Judy?
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, well, get someplace safe. So does anybody have any questions of any kind? We'll see. I'm reading some of these. I won't watch any channel that defends. Yeah. Yeah. Aloha Heinz 57 says hi, Minto, Alaska.
Heinz 57, that's Pittsburgh stuff.
It is? Ah.
Yep.
Okay. Hi, Sue. Thanks. Glad you moved and nearly settled. How's your son doing at college? The son that moved away to college is doing fine. He'll be back next week for Thanksgiving, and I cannot cook in the apartment. Believe it or not, we're eating at a restaurant because we have no family and nowhere to go. So I'm eating in a restaurant for Thanksgiving. And the son that lives with me, and thank you to Queenie 1949, the son that lives with me is graduating next month.
Oh, and congratulations.
Yes, he's graduating. He's my really smart son that makes the dean's list and the president's list almost every semester. And so I'm sorry, I got having a bad time. Shout out to Murky Meg. She showed off her YouTube 100,000 subscriber plaque in today's video. That was happening for me, but good for you, Murky Meg.
It'll never happen. I just cracked 10,000. I think I've had mine for like almost a year. But like I said, I don't know if mine's weighted down. And then we were told that our things were deranked, which they told me they weren't. They go, we don't let third parties have any say in what we do.
Another YouTuber told me that she's, and I'm not going to name her because that's up to her. She told me she actually spoke with YouTube Legal, and they said that we're not deranked, that was untrue.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm okay. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just think it's like the growth has been so slow compared to other channels that started when I did it, that it's almost like, is there something going on? You know what I mean? Like it's that slow.
Okay, here's a question. do I think, oh, let me click on it. I'm still learning this, guys. Do I think the Sussex titles will ever be removed? Yes.
Yes.
Parliament, people are like, oh, Parliament has to get involved. Parliament's already involved. They're having a second reading in December. I think they're going to write something up, stick it in front of Charles. They were given those as a wedding present because they were supposed to be working royals and that they're not. And so I think, yes, they will go eventually. And then this next one was, do I have a box number or a safe address? Unfortunately, no, I don't. So, yeah. What does this say? Wait, what is, I clicked the wrong one. I'm sorry. We have quality, not quantity. Yes.
Oh yes, I mean I'm fine. Like yeah, and you know it's not about. And I never made my YouTube channel to get a ton of subscribers. I'm more interested if I can get one person to listen to about these two that can actually do something. I'm happy with that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It is quality, not quantity. And I have the most quality viewers in the whole world. I'm sure all of my viewers are your viewers.
I refuse to, like I said, I wasn't slagging off on Lady C. I just refuse to report a rumor that I can't substantiate. She's got contacts that I could never have. And so maybe she did hear it, but I can't substantiate it. So I just wasn't going to go there. All right, what does this say? Your hair inspiration, going silver. Go silver. Go silver. Oh, Brenda, you're so right. If people would be as good as animals, the world would be a better place. Yes.
Oh, I know. Do you know what an ocelot is?
No.
There was this special on PBS last night that I watched, and they're almost extinct. I don't want to get into that, but they're wild cats that are the size of house cats, but look like cheetah. You know how the people are making those now? Well, these are like actual real thing. They're the coolest things. They're the coolest. They're called ocelots. And they look like cheetahs or leopards, but they're like this. No, they're double the size of a house cat.
That's
And they're
pretty cool.
and they're wild. They're called the royalty of the wilderness here because they're just that beautiful and they're that rare.
Okay, so first of all, let me just say, Jat, thank you. Then this person wrote and said, Duchess, I have not had your channel come up in my algorithm. I will like, subscribe, and share if that helps.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And Mindy McWhirter wrote, Sue, what is the name of the lady on your broadcast and what is her channel? Totally my fault for not putting it in the title. That is the Duchess of Narcissus.
The Duchess of Narcissus, yes.
I'm putting
that's the channel name.
In the wrong place.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's news. Yes. And then I do hope. Okay. This is interesting because, of course, this was in my video today. I hope that King Charles will follow Norway, taking away the royal titles. Yeah, the Japanese princess, she lost her princess title too. But I have to be honest, I think, and Just Ruth, my guest is the Duchess of Narcissus. Please put both YouTube addresses in your description. Okay, when we're done, I will do that. I don't know how to do that. This was another test. For those of you who watched my video today, and yes, I'm aware there were some technical difficulties. I think the King of Norway saw what was going on with Harry and Meghan.
I love this.
Yes, and said, you can't use your titles. He's not getting a title. You cannot do anything with the royal house. But then to be fair, the man is a shaman who claims to have been raised from the dead. And she claims that she can talk to angels. I think they're both insane. I think they're a good match.
They couldn't be more insane than the other two. Or are they? Maybe in a different way. They have nothing on those other two.
Okay, Jackie, let me put this up. Jackie Smart, is it common practice that the cats are declawed? No, I don't think it is, but I think it was. And Tigger is 15 years old. He's very old. So I think, 12, 13 years ago, are you here? I'm here. 12, 13 years ago, yes. I think it was the practice I think that was the practice. So, yeah.
I like cats. I've never had, not that I wouldn't have one. I like cats that are like dogs and like like play around and like,
I like both,
they're very
obviously.
very engaging.
It's gonna be hard for me because when my older son graduates, he wants to attempt to live independently, and I'm like, we can certainly
That's
attempt.
good.
We can try. I don't know that
Yeah.
it'll work out, but we'll give it a shot. And of course, he wants to take Tigger with him. And I'm like, you realize that means you have to change the cat litter box, which I've been doing for 15 years. And you have to feed him and water and take him to the vet. And upon hearing all of that,
He's like they're zoning
he's
out.
thinking the cat is going to stay here with me and he'll come visit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going
Right.
to be lonely in your first apartment. You're going to need a friend. The cat is a great friend. He'll sleep with you. He'll talk. He won't tell you to shut up. He'll listen to you, whatever it is you want. So, okay. So, any other questions? Because I know El Duchesso here has some plans for later in the evening. That's why she's looking all gorgy.
Yeah, the narcissist.
Obviously, I don't care too much.
I'm going out with a narcissist. I'm gonna actually wrap it up here, my part of this, because I'm gonna have to get going here in a few minutes. But the narcissist that he's such a narcissist. he's
The
an
guy you're going
actual,
out, the person you're meeting?
yeah.
Why are you going to meet somebody that's a narcissist? Is this a
Because
date?
no, I've been with this guy for like almost 4 years. I know. We'll have to do a whole nother live about him, and I'll tell you guys all about it.
Right? Because I dated one guy
Oh
for 6
no.
years and one for 4 and one for 4, and those long-term boyfriend girlfriend things usually don't work out.
No, yeah, no. No, we're never getting married. You know, he's we're gonna have to do. Jody knows about the commenter Jody. My buddy, she knows all about the narcissist. He's the most ridiculous. The stories, but see, I just don't have anything else going on. And when he's not acting like a narcissist, he's all right. And then he turns into a narcissist, and I can't stand him. And round we go.
And then you take him back. Okay.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. I see people are talking about the declawing, and I went through this when I first let people know that the cats were declawed. I did not declaw them. They came that way. So before anybody jumps down my throat, it wasn't me. I simply gave the cats a home. And for those asking, the reason I wanted to try this whole thing with the live stream is because on my Patreon, I'm going to be doing a live stream on Sunday. And since I've never, ever in 2 years done a live stream, I've been on other people's live streams, but I've never done one. Miss Lovely here helped me set it all up. So thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Well, when can we do? I want to do another live with you, and I want to tell the audience the ridiculous stories about the narcissist. You guys will be You guys will be rolling around on the floor when I tell you some of the things that he does. Because I can't talk about him on my channel because who knows, he could see it, but I can talk about him on your channel.
What makes you think he won't see this on my channel?
Well, because he doesn't want to he doesn't listen to anything about Harry and Meghan. He shuts down. I don't know that he'd see it on your channel, but he'd see it on my channel, so we have to do it on your channel.
I have to, somebody just wrote, oh my God, it's going so fast. I have to click it. I love Johnny too, Sue. Do you, Duchess? Do you love Johnny?
Oh, Johnny in his kilt, of course.
Johnny's my man.
Of course.
My husband's like, I'm like, John, I'm like, honey, I have a little bit of a smidge of a crush on Johnny. And he's like, you can peruse the menu, just eat it home.
I was cruising around on Knitter, which is the Twitter that I can look at. There are some sugars out there that like Johnny too, just so you know. I was like, how dare them? Yeah, but they're They need to stay away from Johnny.
I saw him first. And
They
then
need to stay away from Johnny.
River, somebody said, did you know that River did a thing for Johnny? I was like, he did? Or she, I go on River's channel and there it is. And all I could say was, I found Johnny first. I noticed Johnny first. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's noticed Johnny, and River's doing videos on him. And
oh, he's something. He's something to see.
His wife,
he is something to see.
Wife is very pretty too. He's got a very nice wife.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave you with your viewers on this first live. Thank you for having me on. I had such a good time. I hope you have me on another time.
Thank you for helping me set it up, or there wouldn't have been a live.
You're absolutely welcome. I'm going to go out with the narcissist and I'll have story like we can have, and I'll tell you stories about, I've only, after being a student of HG Tutor, like we all are, I've only actually dated narcissists. That's why I'm a 43-year-old woman who's never been married before. I'm like a narcissist magnet.
You need to find a nice guy like my hubby.
Yes.
Nice guy.
Yes. Okay, well, bye, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to my new subscribers. If you guys subscribe and head over to my channel, I like to, talk about the disastrous duo like we all do and everything. So thank you, Sue, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Okay, see.
So for those of you who asked, I am going to put a link in the description box for my channel and for her channel. So now we've been going almost an hour. So does anybody have any questions at all that I can answer before we probably finish this up? Anybody? I'm looking. Bye bye blue. Enjoy your night out with the narcissist. Have you watched any Tarot by Andy? Okay, stupid question. Andy's a guy, right? Because when my channel got knocked offline by He Who Shall Not Be Named for 10 days, when the channel got knocked off, when I came back, there were two tarot card people who did readings, and one was a guy and one was a girl. And I watched some of those. So yeah. Cobb, unfortunately, no. While again, He Who Shall Not Be Named put my age, my profession, the state where I live, and all my other information. It's still a big state, and I can't really. I mean, I'm sure most people by now know where I live, but I'm just staying out of the fray for right now. I'm watching the other stuff that's going on with LawTube, and I'm keeping an eye on that. That's so though above my pay grade that I can't follow all of that. So will you be trying to come over for the coronation? In my dreams? Unfortunately, I will be in the UK in the end of September, beginning of October. We're taking finally our trip to Rome, a week in Rome and a week in the UK, which we were supposed to do 2 years ago, and then COVID hit, and then I got COVID. We all know what happened to me when I got COVID. You guys might find this interesting. My oldest son caught COVID, developed myocarditis, was hospitalized. He's now having some problems with his heart rate, and we're back to the cardiologist. And that has to be a leftover from his COVID, from his myocarditis. So we're back to the cardiologist again. Hopefully nothing, something that can be fixed easily, we hope. So, and then Julie Lynch, U.S. sources, do the U.S. papers cover the royals? Nope. Megyn Kelly covers, and one or two other people, but the truth of the matter is the United States is not the least bit interested in them. Like, seriously, they're not in the news. Okay, people are asking, do I think the kids exist? Yes. Do I think she used a surrogate? Yes. People are asking, for DNA tests. If they're her egg and his sperm, a DNA test is going to show it's hers. What you need is to prove that the babies came out of her body, not that it's genetically hers. That's the question that everybody should be asking. So, and then somebody said your son with autism. What about my son with autism? He's doing fine. Everything is fine. In the tiara. Okay, I got to be honest. Do I think they'll be at the coronation? I think any way you look at it, Charles is, Harry is still Charles's son. Does he realize, though, that they're filming for Netflix content? Yes. Do I think they'll be put in the back of the room? Yes. Do I think they'll be put anywhere near William and Catherine? No. It's just like the Queen's funeral. Everybody kept saying, "Oh, the royal family had every chance to reach out and fix this problem, and they're not doing it, and blah 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 blah." And why doesn't the royal family fix it? The royal family didn't cause the problem. Harry and Meghan slacked off the royal family in the Oprah interview, telling a bunch of lies, which were all debunked. Harry and Meghan told a bunch of lies, again, on the Me You Can't See, a lot of which were, again, debunked. Meghan did that cut interview where she said, "I haven't signed an NDA. I can say what I want." That was an out-and-out threat. Then she tried to dial it back in the next interview. "Sorry, you can't get out of what you said." They're like, "Well, the royal family should reach out." Well, guess what? The royal family did reach out. William reached out to Harry, and it ended up coming out of Gayle King's mouth on Good Morning America, or whatever that show was. So the royal family has learned not to reach out. And it's just like Meghan sent a letter to Charles, it's been reported, and asked to have a meeting with him. And Charles didn't meet with her, which I think was the right decision, or that's what's being reported, because she could have come out and said, "Well, this is what was said, and that's what was said, and this happened, and that happened," even though no meeting took place. The family is not going to take any chances with her before, because she's been basically shown to be a big fat liar. So, yeah. Let's see. Now, this also coronation, as this person's pointing out, free speech. The past two coronations, the siblings and children of the monarchs were robed with crowns. This is going to be a slimmed down coronation anyway. But no, I don't think they're going to be robed and crowned. No way. And yeah, the Netflix and the book. And what do I think about what is this saying? I'm trying to read it. This stuff is going fast. What do I think about Meghan dabbling in politics? Listen, here's her thing. Her titles are honorary. She's only calls herself the Duchess because he's a Duke. So she's an American. She's dabbling. They've already lost the House. The Senate, you only need 3 more. And Alaska and I think it was Arizona are just about to announce red. I think the Senate is going to go to the Republicans. And people are saying that they would like her to run for an office. I would love to see her in a presidential debate, like across from like Michelle Obama or somebody. I think that would be the funniest thing, because I think she thinks that she's so smart and she can talk. But yeah, no. I would love to see it. I'd love to see it. Queenie 1949, love this, going to join your paid channel. Thank you. I want you to know that my Patreon started off with just the Hawaii trip. And then we went into the dieting because of the 60 pounds I lost. I put 27 back on, and I have now, I'm not officially weighed, but I've lost about 9 pounds now in the last 3 weeks. And I'm showing the cooking and the recipes for dinner, and giving all the tips and tricks, which is how I lost all that weight. So but of course now we're going to do the live, and soon we're gonna start with the house. The new house will be going up soon, and I need decorating help. God, I suck with the decorating, so it's just not my thing. Let's see if there's any other questions. Oh yes, Peter, thank you. He's writing, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Okay. Let's see, KP. Yep. DD, you said exactly what I just said. Charles could have met with her and she could have come up with anything. And yeah, exactly. That's exactly what could have happened. You see my exercise bike. That is not my exercise bike. That is my husband's exercise bike. With my knees, I can't do that. Now, one of the reasons we moved is because I'm having trouble with my knees, and I actually had tumbled down the steps several times. Not anything that I've aired online, but yeah, I tumbled down the steps several times. And so it became obvious that I need a house without steps. So the new house has steps. There is a whole second floor in case my son ends up having to stay with us, but everything that I need is on the first floor. And so I won't be going up the stairs. So, Debs, I will be coming over the end of September, beginning of October next year. We're going to do Rome, and then we're going to do the UK. I'm a big Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn person. I want to see Tower Bridge. I want to see the Tower. I want to see Whitehall Castle. There's so much I want to see. I don't even know if a week would be enough, honestly, in the UK. I just love the UK. And I already told my husband we may need to spend like 5 days in Rome and 8 or 9 days in the UK, because there's so much to see and so much I want to see. So, oh, let's see if there's anything else. Okay, we already talked about this one, but do I believe Meghan actually gave birth to Lilibet or adopted her? I believe, this is what I believe. I believe it's her egg, his sperm, surrogate. So let me know if you need a guide. Flower Garden said she'll host me in Scotland. That's so nice. I bought the Tudors. I bought the DVD collection. Yes. Yes. I haven't been able to watch a lot of this because, yeah, Kensington, make sure you go to Kensington Palace. I hope there's something open. Hey, honey.
Hey, I'm staying out.
I was going to say, honey's here, but he's staying out. And Finn is here, but I can't put him in my lap unless you want to hand him to me.
Mm-mm.
Everybody would like to see him, but I can't edit. Don't turn your face so you don't see my husband's face. Come here, Finn. Just hold him up in front of the camera for a second. Bring him over. Here's the Finny boy. There he is. You happy? You a good boy? Okay. Okay, somebody else. Oh, Hever Castle. Yes. I will go to Hever Castle. Somebody else said I can go to the Elizabethan Tower. Yeah, I have a lot to see. All right, you guys. Oh, do I think Meghan Markle knew Andrew before she hooked up? No, the ages don't add up. But I will say, interestingly enough, you guys, that in case you didn't pay attention to the podcast, that the B Word podcast that was done, and you're about to show your face. You are. The B Word podcast that was done. The woman said that she went to college with Meghan. And she's 43. She should be more careful in those podcasts. I hope that the changing of the guards is done each day. Yeah, Hever Castle. You know what? And the Paddington Bear Trail. Yes. This is why I told my husband we may have to cut Rome short by a couple days and spend some extra time in the UK. There's so much I want to see. And yes, I want to go to Australia too. And we'll go from there. Oh wait, I have to answer this question. If the woman is infertile, does that mean she has no eggs? No, my sister was infertile. She had eggs. She just could not carry. So it doesn't mean anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No. Okay. So we're going to end this because we've been going for an hour and I still have to cook dinner like a good wife. My suggestion is, or not my suggestion, I'm telling you that what I'm going to do. Oh, honey, my husband's arms beat Johnny's arms. He's got, put your arm up and out. Yeah, he's got some beefy. He's beefy. he's beefy. In the description box, I'm going to add the link to the Duchess of Narcissus. I keep putting the accent on the wrong place. Narcissus. So that you guys can follow her. Her channel is fabulous. She does great research. And I feel bad that she's been doing it all this time and only has 10,000 subscribers. Like, I don't get that. Just like, I've been doing this for 2 years and have yet to hit 50,000. And I'm not sure why, but I'm just going to keep plugging, keep going. At least I know that the subscribers that I have are real. There are no bots, and you're loyal. And I love that. So, yes, we can start doing regular lives. This was my first official one of my own, and we can do them again. So you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're on this live, and I don't know why you would be and not subscribed to my channel, because I still don't get how that whole thing works. But if you're not subscribed, I'll put the link to my channel down there as well. And I hope everybody has a fabulous night. And if you're in the path of the storm, stay safe. Bye, guys.